Another present from the dog. Boy, she is busy. Okay, well, it's day 4, and I was just showing you my present from my baby dog who's becoming a hunter, and my garden. So, you know, I put a lot of time and effort into that garden. The thought of not being able to harvest it. Oh, and I think today is day 4. So, yesterday was a long day. You know, if you watched the previous log, you know, I went around and did some visiting of neighbors and checking out what the solar well was all about. What I forgot to think about with the solar well is 6 of those bottles are 3 gallons each, which is 24. It's almost 150 pounds. So pulling 150 pounds, you know, cement evenly is easy. I don't even know if I can pull it over a rough road or, you know, inclines. I don't think pulling water is going to be a very viable option. These are all the things, you know, my idea was, hey, you know, get a wagon and I can pull my wagon, but how far am I going to be able to pull 150 pounds? So, just more food for thought. I'm just stopping in today because I said I wanted to check in with you daily, and I'm doing the best I can. But I'm going to be honest, 2 things have already happened. One, I woke up with a raging migraine headache, and I usually get those from multiple conditions, but stress and dehydration are key. It's one of the reasons I'm inside in my little, what was going to be my studio, without any light. So this is natural light. That's not so bad. And now that I'm in water conservation mode, I'm sweating profusely because it's hot and I'm stressed out and I'm running around all day. I can't shower to get or bathe properly to get the sweat off. The best I can do right now, allow myself, is a little bit of washcloth. And I get these migraines. And they add to my human fragility that has probably been my greatest fear about this moment in time. I'm so tired today. I'm so nauseous. Normally what I would do on a migraine day is just sleep or be quiet, you know, keep it dark. So I'm torn between the urgency of feeling like I need to be doing stuff all day long and being so fragile and nauseous. And then I just had a neighbor come by who spent an hour wanting to talk because what happens, you know, in crisis, most people feel safer when they're connected. They want to connect. And I am observing myself retreating. I'm seeing other people want to gather, and I'm observing myself being hyper-focused, barking orders, being super blunt which I usually only do the privacy of my own home, with other people, which is not cool. You heard that probably when I was talking to the two guys yesterday. And just being frustrated with him because I don't want to spend that time feeling connected. It doesn't comfort me. I think getting things done comforts me. So I thought that was a good observation I wanted to document here because, like I said, one of the reasons I want to do this for you, whoever sees this, or if I get to watch it for myself someday, that who we are under stress is always a little enlightening. And is it productive? And, the question I had for myself at the end of the day yesterday was, do I want to be kind and connect with people and create that comfort that I know how to do? As a social worker, I did it all the time, but when I was doing it professionally, my own life, my own survival was not at stake, right? I had a home to go to, I had water to drink, I had food to eat, and I had days off. Now, I have to conserve my food. Water is going to be precious. I can't rinse off the day's stress like I might have in the past. I've triggered a migraine, which makes me fragile and vulnerable and completely unable to be responsive to people. And it takes away from my productivity. And my question is, do I value my productivity and function more than I value my human connection? But as I say that out loud, I can see that I value being functional and responsible to myself and my dog's survival as more comforting to me in this moment of uncertainty than I do feeling connected to other people. I don't know if that's just a trait of my own wiring, my own little ADHD, neurodivergent, that's what we call it these days, brain, or if that's that comes out of my childhood, if it's a nature-nurture, I don't know, but I am observing myself. And at the same time this morning, I just don't care. I'm freaked out because I am feeling fragile and vulnerable. There is still rampant uncertainty. I don't have any answers. I have no clue if this is temporary, if it's permanent, if it's intentional, if it's accidental, if we're invaded or not. I have no idea what's happening. I haven't heard anything. I haven't seen anything. There's still planes occasionally going around. I hear other people driving. I can still drive. I don't know if you can get gas, so I don't want to use up my gas to go look. And that's another dilemma. Do I want to put my time and energy into asking or getting my uncertainty questions answered, right? Trying to get other people's opinions or thoughts or resources or sources of information and put my faith there? Or do I want to put it into being productive and functional? These are things I hadn't really thought about. And I'm seeing how different I am responding than almost everybody. And I don't see it as a right or wrong thing, but I think that's what makes historical events interesting, is how different we are and how it isn't about the event itself, it's about our experience of the event. And now as a people, right, what are we going to create in the same way that here in America, our founding fathers lived with tremendous. I did listen to an interview about a week ago about a founding father and how much uncertainty and polarization and personality and ego and all these things tore everybody apart, and who persevered were the people who were focused and had a lot of energy. And I feel very fragile and vulnerable right now because I don't feel good. And the cause of my not feeling good is dehydration and stress. And I don't see those going away. So, I think, I'm just looking at the time here. I'm going to make that be it today because, as you can see, I can talk forever. But I really need to close my eyes. I did have the foresight to pack in a supply of my migraine. I get over-the-counter medication that helps me pretty good. So I'm glad I did that. Yay me. If you're seeing this in the future, I have been taking my over-the-counter stuff that's been 10 years old, works just fine. So if you find some old medication, it's probably still okay. But that doesn't help me resolve the bigger issue of what do I do with all this uncertainty? And then now I have to add in that I'm feeling fragile and vulnerable. And this might be an ongoing thing because the things that are causing it are things that I'm uncertain about and I can't control. I do not have an answer for that. Hey, but my potato plants are growing. Whether I get to reap my potatoes from what I've sowed, I have no idea. But the rain has made them awesome. If this had happened 3 months from now, I probably would have potatoes. Now I don't know if I will. Yay, more uncertainty. Okay, that's day 4. We're still here, we're still alive, we're still all okay. And I will see you next time. I hope. It's every day is I hope.